Hi there, Fred, FR5ED here with the beer review. Today, looking at something that promises to be quite good. It's just a guess. But this is from Founders, which is relatively new to Florida. And it's called Double Trouble. It's an Imperial or a double IPA. And it comes in 4-packs for, I think it was... Well, I think it might have been about the same as the Hopzilla from Terrapin, which was about $12.99 for the 4-pack. So I may be mistaken. Hopefully it was a couple dollars cheaper, because if this is really, really good, I'd like to get it again, and, you know, lower cost equals higher satisfaction. Anyway, overall it's 198 in style on Rate Beer, and that's after 1,475 reviews. This is a 9.4% ABV. IBUs are at 86. So you've got these wonderful ratings there. Let's look over at Beer Advocate. It comes in at a 94, which is outstanding, and a 90 by the brothers. The commercial description, there is none. Not here on Beer Advocate. There's a little bit of one on Rate Beer. An Imperial IPA that was brewed to turn your world upside down. Hops have got you coming and going. Pungent aromatics up front, paired with a malt-balanced backbone and smooth, bitter finish. So, this has been sitting out for about 15 minutes. And let's go ahead and get it open and get it poured. Now, very clear. You can see how clear that is. Obviously filtered, good carbonation, good 2-finger head on there. And let's get just a quick close-up of the head using our close-up cam, and it's some, medium to fine bubbles. Okay, so it's a fairly dense head. Let's give it a smell. Interesting. It's almost like a little bit almost like an overripe orange. You can smell the alcohol. I did get a whiff of the alcohol there. And it smells sweet, so this will be interesting. So you've got a predominant orange, and I use the term overripe orange. Just that's what came to mind. Because here in Florida, growing up in Florida, you can pick up an orange or a tangerine off the ground, and it's a little soft, and it's been sitting for a while, and there's a certain smell to it, the sweet citrus smell, but there's that going beyond ripe. Not a bad. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just what I'm getting. Okay, so a little bit of malt there. Largely, it's about the orange aroma. A little bit of maybe a little bit of melon, pineapple in the background. Let's give it a taste. Definitely a double. There is some sweetness to it, but it's not overly sweet at all. It's a balancing sweetness, and there's definitely the hop bitterness, but it's not real bitter, because I think that higher alcohol level's, muting that. You do get the malt in there, and I can taste the alcohol. Not a bad thing. Some people like that, some don't. I don't mind. It's good. Of course, we all have our own personal tastes and likes and preferences and all that. If I were going to make this, it's very good. If I were going to make this better for me, I might want a little more body. It's not real full bodied. It's kind of medium bodied, a little above medium bodied. I might want a little more full bodied, maybe not filtered, to get a little more body and texture there. Don't think it really needs any more sweetness. I do love a pure dry IPA, like, Pliny the Elder is just a pure dry, all about the hops double IPA, and it's the #1 in the world, and I really do like that. I like the other side of things where it's heavier bodied. You do get some malt sweetness coming through, and some of the residual sugars coming through. So this would lean more towards that side, the little bit heavier bodied, with some malt sweetness. So give it a try. I've got 3 more of these. I'm gonna finish this one, think about it, and see if I, raise my impression of it anymore. I'm not sure right now. Just after 3 or 4 sips, I would have gone with 198. A lot of people do, though. After a few sips and your mouth gets used to it and coating, it is smoothing out even more. I get the feeling I'm really going to enjoy the rest of it. Those IBUs seem like they're up there. I'm surprised at 86 IBUs, but 9.4% ABV, that it's got this much bitterness to it. So anyway, I do like it. I do recommend it. This is Founders Double Trouble Imperial or Double IPA, and this is Fred FR5ED over and out.